unplug the Audio Technica.
Weird, but...
Okay, there. We should have sound now. I see the sound bar moving.
Good.
Okay.
Start Audacity. Let's get the show on the road.
Wait, I need to share.
I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, yes, we do hear that.
I didn't mean to click on anything.
That doesn't mean that you still didn't click on anything.
I didn't. The screen clicked on it because the screen likes to click on things at random because it's touch screen.
Matt,
and something's not
translate.
correct.
It probably wasn't your fault.
Was
See?
that all that was? I just rambling.
Oh, Lordy.
You guys are both giving me a headache.
What did I do?
Going up on a Wednesday. Oh, if you think I'm giving you a headache now, just wait till we start talking.
It'll be better. It's scripted.
Scripted?
Relatively.
Huh! You think this is scripted?
Well, I mean, it's... You have points that we go through.
You make a fine point.
I do. It's right here.
There it goes.
Okay, come on.
Where?
Let's start Audacity.
Okay. We're live. Get the Google up. Alright. We're going to start Audacity. We're going to start recording. Okay.
So audacious.
So spacious where my mouse go. There it is. Alright, we're recording. It's doing the intro song. We're good. Let's go.
Hey!
What's up, Beyond?
You heard...
We're not at 69 anymore.
Huh?
We're
Hey!
69.
No! That was last week.
Yeah, boy, was that a 69 show.
It's the Media Boat Podcast, your source for hot news, the hottest news.
And if you're listening to us, that news is actually pretty good and cold.
Yes, it's hot right now. Let's
I'm literally sweating. You can't tell, but I am literally sweating.
It's
also,
starting to heat up.
I am literally Tanner from the last time you saw me.
Yes, he's changed his name to Tanner legally.
Yes.
So he's literally Tanner.
I am literally Tanner.
We're the Media Boat Podcast. What I was going to say is we have the hottest news on movies, television, video games, and music. Not necessarily in that order.
But always in some type of order.
In some kind of order. We make it in some kind of order to make you feel some kind of way. That's how that works, right?
It's some kind of...
Some kind of wonderful.
Yes.
Some kind of wonderful.
Exactly.
Thank you for filling my blank.
Yep. I knew that's what you were going for. My name is Matt. His
I
name
am
is
Mike, and he is Matt. And we also have our peanut gallery here.
Huh?
Yep, right there.
Huh?
Right on time.
Let's hop to it. You'll regale us with stories of your recent trip when we get to the music section.
Will I?
I mean, the music parts.
The music parts, yes.
I don't need to know too much beyond that.
Okay.
However, what we do need to know is what was number one at the box office this weekend?
Number one at the box office? Well, what do you think was number one at the box office? And I'll tell you that you're right.
Fast and the Furious, the 8th.
Yes. So, 8 times around, the Fast and Furious is gone. Number one, it still remains at 19 million. Makes it number one.
Yeah.
193 million domestically.
Yeah.
Which sounds very bad for that kind of franchise.
It's going to sit around 2.
It'll sit around 2 domestically.
That's what I'm saying.
But internationally...
internationally, did it finally pass billion?
It finally passed $1 billion internationally.
I mean, we say finally as if it was taking so long.
Actually,
no,
it was.
It was super fast.
And furious.
Right. Yes, it was very fast and very furious hitting that $1 billion mark. So is that the first $1 billion movie of the year?
I believe so. It is also the 20th $1 billion movie overall.
So how long does Beauty and the Beast have? Like next week, you think?
Yeah, I think Beauty and the Beast did hit it.
Did it?
Internationally.
Internationally. I'm talking about worldwide.
Well, yeah, I think...
Okay, then it's not the first one of the year then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it hit a... Yeah, it did hit $1 billion.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it did because it did more than
The
Lion... Or not, the Jungle Book.
Jungle Book. Yeah,
the other one about the animals.
So 1 and 2. So a non-Disney movie finally made $1 billion this year.
Yes.
So that won't last very long. So what else was rounding out our top 5 here?
Number 2 was a surprise.
Surprise.
Actually, everything was a surprise.
Okay.
Number 2 was How to Be a Latin Lover.
That was number 2?
That was number 2 with 12 million.
Oh, slow week. That's why.
I'm surprised it was number 3 here.
Sure. What is it?
Bahubali 2, The Conclusion.
The hell is that?
Exactly.
A
Bollywood movie.
I was gonna take a wild stab and say this is from India, but you did it for me.
A Bollywood movie is number 3 at the box office.
That means it's a slow week.
Yep. It did exactly as much as it should make. $10 million.
How many theaters is that in?
I don't know.
It's got to be limited, right?
Actually, it's at the Spectrum in IMAX, so.
Oh, well. Well, who knows?
Yep. Someone knows, just not us. Number 4 was The Boss Baby with 9.5 million.
Yep. Putting
that total at 148.
And see it on Netflix in 2 months.
Probably. And around your top 5 was a newcomer and underperformer, The Circle, with $9 million.
That tanked, and I'm surprised.
You'd think a movie starring Emma Watson and Tom Hanks.
Yes! Right?
Sounds like a good deal.
And the marketing was there. Is it just no one cared?
I'll tell you why. Because it's basically made fun of Google, and you don't make fun of Google.
I don't know if that's fair.
It's fair.
I don't know. Whatever the reason, that's not a great number.
Nope.
And that thing is already a bomb.
Yep.
So, wow, that sucks for Tom Hanks.
And Emma Watson.
Generation now.
And then she's Hermione to their parents' generation?
Yes. Give or take. Give or take a gap of like five or so years. But yes. All right.
It actually has been a gap of five or so years since last time she was there.
That's why I said that. So, okay.
Well, here's why no one went to the box office.
Weird top 5.
Here's why no one went to the movies.
Okay.
Because summer is here. We are officially in May, which means summer movies.
Almost.
And that, the first week is always summer movies.
Is it Memorial Day? Usually the
no.
Day? Is that over now?
That's over now.
It used to be. Like 10 years ago, that used to be the thing. It's like, Memorial Day is the weekend where the first big movie of the summer comes out.
It used to be.
Yeah.
But then it just became... Then Marvel came in and started making their movies and changed it to the first weekend of May.
You know what this means? That at the end of this month, I'm going to have to start thinking about Summer Jam Playlist 2K17.
You can put Green Light on there.
Yes, that is on there.
You can put that Paramore song
is on there.
Yes.
But that's more for music.
Yep.
And we'll probably cover that later. The month.
But speaking of music...
Yeah, we didn't say the day, by the way. It's May the 3rd, 2017.
Yes.
FYI.
Oh, yeah. But no, I thought... I don't know how you got that from music. But, speaking of music...
Yes.
Great music's going to come out in the theaters because this weekend is Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yep.
I'll be seeing it tomorrow, 7 p.m.
Yep.
IMAX. Suck it.
Cool.
Oh, well,
go for it.
It's all for me.
Make a date to see it. People out there.
But the doctor doesn't like those movies. Although I did mention Chris Pratt's abs, and she's like, "Oh, I'll watch it."
I don't think he goes shirtless. He didn't go shirtless in the first one, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Well, he got sprayed down, and they showed his abs.
I thought he get. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in the prison scene.
Sure.
But other than that, he doesn't go shirtless.
In Jurassic World, he did, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
That's what you're thinking of.
His abs find a way.
So now...
Movie news!
No.
No?
We have to put a number on this thing.
Okay.
We put a number on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Okay, alright, because that's your number 1 movie, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
We don't even need to debate.
It's so much your number 1 movie, nothing else is coming out for it.
Everything's backed out of the way.
Yep.
Okay, so how much did the first one make?
I don't know.
Because those are always my 2 touchstones. This is a sequel, so how well did the first one go? And the second question I will ask is, when was the last early May Marvel movie and how much did it make? I don't know if you have this off the top of your head.
I don't know off the top of my head, but I definitely know where to look for this kind of shit.
Yes. There are sources on the internet.
Yes.
For this kind of thing.
Yes, the internet knows all.
It really does.
It's surprising how much it knows.
No, it's not. It's not surprising.
You're right. Okay, so here's the numbers you're looking for then. Similar movies.
Alright.
Alright, so the last time, apparently, this is not what I'm looking for then. Wow, that is terrible. This is exactly not what I'm looking for.
This is great.
This is
Great radio.
Yep. Okay, so I don't have it.
Dead air.
Dead air. Dead
Okay.
Air.
Okay.
So I don't have it.
Then let's just come up with random stats then. What's your random stat?
All right, let's put it. Let's see. I saw projections at 150.
Okay. Do you want to just do that?
Where would you go for the 150?
I would go over.
I would go over too.
Well, then we have to move it higher than.
All right, 160.
I would still go over. How about 180?
I'd go just under 180. It'd be like 175.
Okay. Deal.
All right, so do that.
180. I'll take you over there.
Number.
I think I feel like I'm insane, but then again, this is Guardians of the Frickin' Galaxy. After people now know what that is.
Yes, after people now know what it is, after people fell in love with that soundtrack,
people are going to freak out.
Baby Groot.
Already the reviews
Yes.
that are hitting are ridiculously positive.
Yep.
This is going to be 90-something Metacritic, and it's going to do gangbusters first weekend. So I'm comfortable with this. Okay.
Well, I think Guardians debuted overseas, I think.
Yeah.
See if I can find a number for it. Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy opened with 101 million overseas.
So yeah. It'll do pretty well here.
Yep.
Okay. What's next?
Oh, we have actual movie news now.
Actual movie news.
Yeah. So let's we're gonna have actually a running theme here.
Okay.
So we're gonna go catch it. But first, we're gonna talk about. Let's stick with Marvel and talk about this.
I don't know who that is.
Who does that look like?
Who that is?
Yes.
Look kind of like Max Payne from the video game Max Payne.
Nope.
No.
That's a huge Jackman right there.
That's Hugh Jackman. I didn't recognize him.
The reason you didn't recognize him is because he's in black and white right there.
Okay.
The reason he's in black and white is because Logan will be getting a black and white re-release.
Sure. All right.
Let's see what knows here. Prepare for a black and white cut as it'll hit theaters on May 16th. This will reportedly have the same feel as the Mad Max Fury Road did last year, and they're calling this the noir version.
Yep. Okay. Sure. That's a cool idea.
Yeah. People love Logan. Could see it in black and white. Could work out pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah. So go Logan. You definitely need money for Fox. All right. Now for our running theme.
All right.
Sony. Sony's gonna be a running theme this episode.
Okay.
I didn't intend on it to be.
Well, Sony.
It just happened that way.
Yeah, they're a big company. I recently had to tell my one of my new coworkers, who I figured he was younger than me because the way that he talks and like the way he does like a lot of the stuff that he's just ignorant to.
Yeah.
Turns out he's a whole year older than me.
Ooh.
But yeah, he didn't know. Like we were talking about Sony, and he's like, "Oh, they're just now getting into the movies," and I'm like, "Oh." All right, here's a little history lesson. So I told him about the Columbia buyout in the 80s.
Yes.
And how they downplayed the Sony name because
Sony was turned to electronics to them, not movies.
Well, that wasn't the main reason. The main reason was because in the 80s there was culture shock in the U.S. about Japanese companies buying major U.S. enterprises. They thought Japan was going to buy everything.
Yeah.
And so
I remember that.
Sony had reasons to say, no, it's still Columbia. We're still Columbia. We're American.
Yeah, and it's just right under a Sony corporation.
Then the last 5 or so years, they
just flat out
straight up said Sony now because nobody cares and everybody loves Sony.
Yep.
So yeah, he was enlightened. He thought that was very interesting.
Did you blow his mind with the PS3 and the Spider-Man 3 being the same
I'm pretty
font?
sure he knows that. All right, let me move on.
Did you not realize that they were Sony as well?
Yes. So Sony.
Sony.
Tell me about him.
Woo! Sony Pictures going down tank.
Yeah.
Well, we already do this, but now we have definitive numbers.
All right.
Has Sony Pictures Division has recently posted a loss of $719 million last year.
Damn.
That is almost $750 million in loss last year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, we're talking about an $8 billion company here.
Right. And a company whose business in the movies is only a portion
Right.
of their total business.
Right, because the whole company actually saw a net profit
Right.
of $655 million.
And you can thank the PlayStation for a lot of that.
This is due to the significant increase in its gaming services,
Yes.
the PlayStation 4,
Yes.
and its electronics business
Yeah.
overseas, which offset overall sales and operating venue.
Right. That's the nice thing about Sony, because you can pretty much rely on them to always being able to bankroll their movie studio because of how successful the rest of them are.
Yep.
They're rich and they will most likely be forever, and so unless something catastrophic happens. So you can pretty much rely on the fact that they're going to be able to finance whatever big deal they want to make in the movie sphere.
You mean like trying to buy back Bond, James Bond?
Like that, for
Yeah.
example.
I wouldn't be surprised that they just stay there.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Makes
just to
sense.
stick around.
By the way, there's no Bond news. That's not part of this. We're just saying.
We're just relating this. We talked about that last week. Didn't
Yeah, I think that was last
we?
week.
Thought we did, or did we talk about that off the podcast?
I think that was off the podcast.
Yeah, we were talking about that off the podcast, but
So we mentioned it passing, yeah.
So, okay.
But there is news to report on this thing.
Narnia.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Time to get back in the closet.
Wait, really? Like, I thought they killed that off because the last one, the Prince Caspian, didn't do well.
Oh, you thought it was dead, but just like Aslan, it has come back from the dead.
Is that what Aslan does? I didn't read the books beyond the first one.
I didn't read the books either. I just saw the movie.
I didn't see the second movie.
Okay.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure this happened in the first movie, though.
Aslan dies?
Spoiler alert!
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson dies.
I'm
Okay.
like 12.
Liam
So-
Neeson dies. He sacrifices himself, and then he comes back.
Sure.
It's like this whole Jesus metaphor.
Oh, right. Yes, because C.S. Lewis.
Who?
Jesus guy. Oh. Moving on.
Bless you. Anyways, prepare to go back in the closet. As
Right.
Narnia franchise may not be dead.
Maybe.
As none other than Captain America, the director,
Oh.
Joe Johnston,
That was weird.
will climb aboard to helm Narnia, the Silver Chair.
Is that the third book?
Fourth.
Then wait, what happened to the third book?
The third book was the Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Did they make that one?
They made that one.
Really?
Yes.
Where was I?
I think we were in the middle of the Harry Potter thing.
I totally don't remember them making a third one.
So there's the first one,
Okay.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
Then there's the second one, The Prince Caspian.
Yeah.
And there's there's not the second one. Then there's the third one, named Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Okay.
And that'll also be the fourth one.
If you say so, because I don't remember that movie coming out.
Okay, just trust me, go with it.
Okay.
Life of Pi writer David Magee,
The screenwriter or the book author?
I think the screenwriter,
Okay.
is adapting the script, or has adapted the script.
Okay.
So the script's already there.
Got it.
They got a director.
They have a script, they have a director.
Now it's time to cast this thing.
Yep.
Because, surprise, this book actually does not follow the previous books, but it does.
What?
So you'll no longer have the
main characters aren't the
Pevensie
same.
kids.
Okay.
The children are not the same. They're not in this book.
It's
It
the
is their
only
cousin.
Book, it's funny. It's the only book I read.
Okay.
Our Peter Gallery
It's
reading
really
the only
good.
book.
Okay.
Alright. So the movie will center around Eustace Scrubb, who was the original.
Used to scrub.
I used to scrub, but now I let my wife do it.
Then TLC cut.
Nah, I just gave it to Zach Braff.
We killed it.
So Eustace Scrubb is actually the Pevensie's children's cousin. So the original main characters, their cousin will now be the main character.
Okay.
And he will travel to Narnia
Uh-huh.
to save the kidnapped child of Prince Caspian, who was in the second movie.
Got it. I think I followed.
If you think you'll follow that, you might like this movie.
No. But anyways.
Anyways, out of the movie you might like. Actually, I would like, except it might have just killed it for me.
Okay. What did they kill?
Boom.
That
They killed puppets.
it's Kermit the Frog.
Next to
Kermit the Frog here.
Can't tell.
that is one Melissa McCarthy.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is Melissa McCarthy in the next Muppets movie?
You could call it a Muppets movie because it involved Muppets,
Okay.
but it's not the Muppets movie.
Well,
This is the longly gestated movie that we keep bringing up, but is always in development hell, of Happy Funtime Murders.
what?
Yes,
What? What is this?
the Happy Funtime Murders.
What's the Happy
It's-
Funtime Murders?
It's that movie written or in collaboration with Jim Henson's company
Okay.
about a world where humans and puppets live together and coexist, and they have to, and this detective has to solve the murders of puppets. It's a puppet murder.
It sounds like Roger Rabbit.
A little bit,
Okay.
but it's puppets.
By the way, this is the first time I'm hearing of this.
No, I'm sure I mentioned this
I
before.
don't think you mentioned this before.
I clearly have mentioned this before
I
because
definitely don't think
I
you
am
have.
following this thing because it sounds great because it's written by the guys by Avenue Q.
Okay.
Avenue Q.
Yeah, that sounds alright.
We live
Yes.
on Avenue.
So originally, it was, what's his name? Jamie Foxx was supposed to be in the lead role,
Okay.
but since it's been gestated for so long, he's dropped out. Now they have Melissa McCarthy in the lead role,
Alright.
and with that means that people will now bankroll this thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that means people are gonna see it.
Yep,
That was the problem with that last one.
yep. They put Ricky Gervais in it,
Yeah. And Tina Fey.
and Amy, no, not Amy Poehler,
Yeah, it was Tina Fey
and
Ricky Gervais.
and that dude from Modern Family,
And, yeah.
Ed O'Neill.
No.
No,
The other one. Yeah, I know who you're
yeah,
talking about.
yes, the
Not
dad.
Eric Stone Street, the other one.
Yes, not the gay guy,
Yeah.
the dad,
Um,
Phil Lamar.
not his name. I don't remember his name, but
Well, his
anyway.
name's Phil in the show, I think.
Yeah.
Phil Duffy.
Yeah, the guy from Modern Family. That's not
Yep.
the couple.
The dad from Modern Family.
The male-female couple.
There's a couple, male-female couples.
Yes. Anyways.
The dad who's not Ed O'Neill.
The dad who's not Ed O'Neill.
Yes. Anyways, we actually have some serious business to talk about.
Serious business?
Yep.
Movies are serious business.
No. We actually have some actual serious business to talk about. So let's move on.
Okay. Well, that means we're moving into television.
Television.
By default.
Yep.
Yes, big breaking story of television this week.
Since this is a bridging gap between both TV and movies.
The story is that there is no story. So.
Well, the story is yet to be written.
But it can
But it
continue being written.
Yes,
and
but it
they'll
can
still
be
get
written,
paid.
and they'll get paid for it.
Yes, so the writer's strike is off officially on Monday. They renegotiated, and they were up apparently until early Tuesday morning,
Yeah,
1
apparently-
a.m.
yeah.
Pacific time, I heard, renegotiating, and they ended up signing a new contract. So the Writers Guild got what they wanted for the most part. It looks like the majority of the things that they wanted checked off their list they've got. And so they were happy enough on both sides to sign. There will be no strike
Yeah.
for the foreseeable future.
For the next 3 years.
Yeah.
So the writer's strike, as they basically, there's a new 3-year contract that they've agreed upon.
Yeah.
Which will put them into 2020. The deal for now needs to go to approval to boards and council members before the guild members can ratify it and agree upon it.
Yeah.
That will actually take place in the next month and a half. However, what's in the deal is interesting. So, according to I think it was the Hollywood Reporter that I got this from, one of the main points that the WGA was fighting for was for health plan,
Yeah.
health services.
Yeah.
So they will actually get a contribution increase to the health plan that should ensure its solvency for years to come, as well as it made unprecedented gains on the issue of short seasons in television by defining it.
There's language now for like
Yes.
hours.
Yep. So 2.4 weeks of work for each episodic fee. And the writers will also get a 15% increase in pay TV residuals.
Yeah.
Which is roughly which will accumulate to a 15 million increase in high-budgeted streaming videos on demand residuals for comedy variety writers in pay TV.
Right.
Meaning
Stuff like Last Week's
Last
Night
Week's Night.
Writers.
Netflix Chelsea show.
Yeah. Pretty much anything that's not on basic cable.
Yep.
So that would
So
be
Daily
HBO,
Show.
Showtime, Netflix, Hulu.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Daily shows. So we have to be.
Well, no, because those are cable.
That's cable.
Still.
Yep. Okay. Where else? Oh no, that's all I have. That's it.
So yeah, that's good
Yeah,
news.
good news.
We were hoping that they would sign a contract because strikes suck.
Yep.
Not only for the writers, but for viewers at home. So
The infamous loss of heroes of 2006.
yep, count your blessings that we don't have a strike right now, because all the networks should be scrambling to put new reality shows up on the air, and we don't want that.
No. So the reason they actually did 3 years is because they want to see how streaming video pans out for the next 3 years in order to determine the next 10-year contract.
Right, because it's still young enough, even though we kind of know there's a pattern.
Right.
And we know the major players.
Which is what screwed over the writers originally, because back in 2006 they signed a 10-year deal.
Yeah.
Or while they were on strike after the 100-day strike, they signed a 10-year deal, which put them to 2006. And then a 1-year 2016, 1 year 2017, which is where we're at right now.
Right.
Which is what forced this strike, this possible strike to happen.
And 2006 is tricky because it was right before all of this really started.
Right.
Yeah, like you're talking 2007, 2008 when we started actually doing the streaming stuff. And even then, original content was 3 years out.
Yes.
So they had no way of seeing that was going to happen. So who knows what could happen in the next 3 years.
So now that it has happened,
they
want to take the next 3 years to hammer out all details of what's possible to happen in the next 10 years.
I think the more the two sides talk to each other is the better.
Yep.
So I think a shorter term makes more sense.
Right.
Okay, what else do we have in
all
television?
Right. Now let's go back to our revolving door here.
All right. Going back to Sony.
So going back to Sony. Like I said, I didn't mean for this to happen.
Sony Television.
But actually, Sony Television has renewed both Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy.
Yeah, until 2020.
Yep, they extended both to 2020. So they both
more Jeopardy.
They were both already signed on for the next year, 2018. Now they got 2 more years to 2020.
Sweet, keep them coming.
Yep.
What about Alex Trebek?
This 2-year extension will put Wheel of Fortune's is because Wheel of Fortune remains TV's most watched game show, averaging 27 million viewers per week.
Man, a lot of people leave their TVs on during dinner, don't they?
Yeah. Okay. A lot of people just leave it on after Jeopardy.
Yeah. Nothing else on at 7:30.
No, not since they moved The Simpsons off 7:30 slot.
Well, even then.
Even then. Yeah, it's kind of like a no man's zone there. It's not quite prime time.
It's not quite prime time, yeah, and everything else is an hour, so.
Yep.
Wheel of Fortune.
Yep. Yeah, I was actually reading a thing saying, like, when they retire, who should we get to replace them?
All right, let's pick.
One, do we replace Vanna White, or you just...
I don't know.
No.
No, I don't care about Wheel.
No.
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy? Who do you
Who's our
replace
next
for Jeopardy?
Jeopardy host? Because Alex Trebek has got to be.
It's just going to be Ken Jennings. Or you put the IBM Watson computer back there.
Watson and Ken Jennings both hosting, and they go back and forth arguing each other.
No. You put Ken Jennings back there.
Yeah.
You give him a contested panel. And after he reads it, if nobody guesses it,
Watson,
he gets to answer.
He gets to answer.
Ken Jennings gets to answer.
Oh, he doesn't know?
That's
the twist. Is that unlike Alex Trebek, he doesn't have it in front of him. He has to get it right.
Yes.
And then somebody else has to check him.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Well,
I would watch that.
there are already judges who check.
That's like a mix between Jeopardy and that the Beast show.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a combination of
but
that.
Except he doesn't have to ring in. He doesn't ring in.
He
waits
does.
for them
he
to
waits
know.
for them to be done.
Yeah, he waits for them to not know
and
the
where
answer.
Alex would read, Ken would just be like, I think it's this. And then he would either be right or wrong.
No. It'd be exactly for Jeopardy. Yeah. He'll read the answer, and if everyone gets it wrong or nobody, if time runs out, then he gets a chance to answer.
Yeah.
And then you see his score rack up.
It'd be great. Make that happen, Sony. Anyways, what else do we have in television?
The
world of television.
Yeah. We have this for television.
The wonderful world of television.
Boom.
The world is a
We have this for television.
Oh, what now?
What now?
What now?
I put this up here because Ryan Seacrest is officially the new host of Kelly Ripa.
Wait, then why is that up there?
Oh, sorry. I jumped here.
But yes, that we should talk about
Yes,
that now.
okay, let's talk about
So
that now.
Ryan Seacrest inherits his destiny, which was always to be Regis Philbin.
Yep.
And so he continues to be Regis Philbin.
He continues to walk in those shadowy
Actually,
steps.
he's this weird like combination of
Dick Clark.
and Regis Philbin combined into one person.
Yep.
He hosts everything and he does the New Year's thing every year.
He still does Kiss FM out here.
Yeah.
Well, technically, it's not even out here anymore.
Right. Which brings up an interesting point that I want to talk to you about. So one of my managers at work yesterday was talking about this conundrum that she couldn't figure out.
But
She was like, how can you do that and do the LA show at the same time? I don't want to tell her. You want to tell her? Because I don't want to tell her.
I don't want to tell her.
I just thought that was pretty funny.
Wait, how could she be on my TV and on the radio at the same
At
time?
the same time.
Because it says live, and my radio's live, but he's live.
It's not live.
Don't tell her.
I won't tell her. But yeah, the radio thing, yeah, he does it earlier because he tapes it to be live for the East Coast.
Yes.
Because the artist formerly known as Clear Channel is such a major player in the East now that the LA market is kind of an afterthought to it.
Right.
Even
They
if
just
it's
put
the
them
second
both.
biggest market in the world.
Right.
But still, that's crazy. Wow.
Right. They actually they do block out segments for the LA market though.
Yeah, but they're pre-taped.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's no surprise. I think he'll be a good fit for it.
Apparently, they need to take a class on radio and realize how it works.
I guess, or something. I mean, it's not necessarily their fault.
No.
I mean, he
No.
was once upon a time a local LA DJ, so that makes sense. They would still think
We're
he
also
was.
local podcasters, but
It's true.
you'll see us complaining.
But we're not Ryan Seacrest. We don't have Ryan Seacrest money, so. Also,
That Ryan Seacrest
doesn't
money.
need to do this is, I think, another point we could bring up. Here.
Yeah.
He has so much money, he could just sit on it. He could sit on his cash reserves from Kardashian shows.
Well, let's bring up
Forever.
the flip side of this.
Okay.
What has Michael Strahan been doing?
Yeah.
You don't really hear much on GMA,
No.
even though he got poached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Apparently,
I'm guessing he's doing an okay job enough where no one's really talking about it.
Yeah.
Because he's not bad enough to not talk about. He's not
not
good
he's,
enough
he's not
to
Al
talk
Ro-
about
He's
either.
not the level of Al Roker where we can make fun of him, but he's not at the level of like Katie Couric to where you know her by name.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know the host.
There's a lot of people who do know Michael Strahan by name, but not because of his show.
Right.
I think Ryan Seacrest
You
makes
know
sense.
Robin Roberts.
No.
Let's put it that way.
Neither are we.
No.
But yeah, Ryan Seacrest makes sense. I'm surprised it took them this long, to be
Yeah.
honest.
All right, so let's talk about this thing right here.
All right. What about the news of the Fox?
The Foxing News. So, Fox News co-president Bill Shine is out at the cable news empire where he had been since its 1996 launch.
Yep.
The other co-president, Suzanne Scott, has become the new president of programming, and Jay Wallace has been promoted to president of news. Susan Scott has been Bill Shine's second in command, basically the other co-president.
Yeah.
And has also been with the network since it began in 1996 as well. The Murdochs had recently put out feelers for a new head of Fox News, and were specifically looking for a woman in order to send a clear message.
Yeah.
Given the cloud of sexism,
Given the
the
bad PR they've
network-
been endure for the
the
last
network has been under recently.
several months. Yeah.
But does this actually clear it up as
Ah.
it's still promoting within the company?
Yes and no. You're right. That it's kind of. I mean, she was already there.
Yes.
She's already essentially running at least part of the show. Not a surprise that she'd get the promotion. That being said, I think it is a slightly smart move on their part, because if they bypassed her to hire another man, that would have been an even worse thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's good that they did this relatively. In the grand scheme of things, it's the best choice they could have made in their current situation.
Is it, Matt? Is it the best choice?
I don't know. Business is weird.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make assumptions.
Okay.
But yeah, there's some sense to that.
All right. And lastly, well, technically it should have been first. But because of the writer's strike, put it, go
Sports.
TV. Sports. We're talking about sports.
Sports Jeopardy. No,
So, no.
just sports.
Actually, that was the thing that was brought up.
Jeopardy?
That they're grooming Dan Patrick to be the new Alex Trebek.
That could
By
happen.
giving him Sports Jeopardy.
That could happen. I could see that.
Yeah,
He's decent at it.
he's okay.
He has more of a rapport with the people on the Sport Jeopardy than Alex Trebek does. Also, I think because just overall, that's such a more casual show
It is a work
than
show.
Proper Jeopardy. Proper Jeopardy, it puts on airs that it's some sort of intellectual competition, whereas
It is an intellectual competition.
Whereas Sports Jeopardy is just like, I don't know.
Well,
Read me what you put for Final Jeopardy.
as well because you're debating like
Sports.
doctors and lawyers and
Right.
grad students.
And then people
Versus-
who are really into the Mets.
Yes.
Yeah, I
the
guess
guy on the
that's
couch who watches sports all day.
Yeah.
Or we're doing sports facts.
Yeah, that's fair. Although, what I noticed is a trend on Sports Jeopardy. I know this is a tangent. So, the trend on Sports Jeopardy is always people like work at the stadium.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, yeah, I do concessions at Boston. Or, like, I run special events at the stadium. It's like, just picking. Are they literally going to the stadium and picking out employees? You, Sports Jeopardy. You want? Yeah, I'll do it.
Anyways, actual sports news.
Actual sports.
The NFL draft was this past Thursday.
It was.
So a lot of black men got drafted. And white men.
Okay. And what's the takeaway? What's your takeaway, Mr. NFL?
My takeaway
person?
is that
Good choices, bad choices? How did the Browns do? 'Cause I think
so-
that's the top story. It always is.
it always is. I think one of the top stories is that the Texans now have a QB in Bubba Watson, the quarterback from Clemson.
It's a great football name.
Is a great football name.
Bubba Watson.
Yes.
Bubba.
McCaffrey.
Bubba.
McCaffrey.
Yes, Mr.
is-
McCaffrey.
Yes. Mr. Should have won the Heisman Trophy, McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Is now gone to one of my now dark horse teams, and I hope they do well. Always a favorite of mine because they have one of my favorite player names, Blake Bortles.
Like Bortles.
The Jaguars now have a new running back.
All right.
Also, speaking of new running backs, Adrian Peterson gone to the New Orleans Saints,
Sure.
so he's going to teach Mark Ingram how to run. And Jamal about that base Charles has left Kansas City and landed in Denver.
Okay.
I saw that today. I was like,
Yeah.
can he still run?
We'll find out.
We'll find out. But yeah, and also Mr. Irrelevant, the 252nd pick of the draft, Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick.
Yeah.
Was the quarterback from Ole Miss.
Okay.
Son of former quarterback Jim Kelly, who is basically considered the badass of football because he got suspended for punching a guy at a strip club.
I like that we're getting to a point where football players are tame enough where that's the bad boy in football.
Yeah.
No more killing people, no more dog fights. This is the worst thing.
This is
now.
now how it's going to be.
Thank God.
Which is still terrible.
It's still terrible. I'm not saying it's not. But in comparison to the things that I mentioned, actual murder and animal abuse, this is not as bad.
And he was picked up by the Broncos.
Okay. Sure.
But yeah, be sure to check out your favorite team. And then be sure to check out free agencies as they're still going on.
Yep.
And even if you didn't get drafted, be sure to check your phone because people need players for the practice squad.
Yes, you.
You.
Yes, you listening here.
Yes, you.
You might be drafted by
You,
the NFL.
Biff Papali,
So
listen to me right there
Pick
at
up
the bar.
your phone.
Pick up the phone and call the Eagles.
Call your local Eagles. 5 calls a day, guys. Hashtag 5 calls.
Call a sex line.
That's something else.
Cry deeply. demand a refund, and eat a bagel.
Call your local congressman.
Cry deeply. It sounds like an Indian, like a really bad Indian name in a bad B film.
All right. So let's get away from what happened last weekend.
Move on.
And move on to what's happening this weekend. This Saturday, get your big hats ready. Get your mint juleps ready. Because we're going to ride. The Kentucky Derby is here.
That was it?
Yep, first Saturday in May, the Kentucky Derby. So, Matt, get your big pink ass out of the closet.
On it.
Dust it off. Get those mint juleps ready. And
See, it's funnier with like a longer gap.
Yes. Okay. Let's get that mint julep story.
And then you have to explain it.
No, you have to explain it.
For the audio version.
Oh, I see.
Yes, because we are still a podcast.
We are still.
Even though you're watching us.
You may be watching us.
You may be watching us, but
Some
you're
of
also
you
listening
don't.
to us.
Anyways.
Some of you may not even be listening to us.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Just hanging out.
Just for us. It's just for us.
It's really just for us. Alright. What else do we have in television? Or is that it for TV?
That's basically it. So now we get to the cancels.
Cancellations and renewals.
Alright, so Ingobernable.
What?
Ingobernable.
I don't know what that is.
Ingobernable. It's second season on Netflix.
You cannot be a governor.
No,
That's probably what that means, right?
Maybe.
Because gubernatorial refers to a race to be governor.
Right, and
Gubernatorial race.
Goober is my nickname.
Yeah. But so Ingobernable sounds like a show about somebody who cannot be governor.
No,
so
you're
witty.
unable. You're
He thinks
unable.
he's so witty.
Unable to be me.
Unable to be you.
Yes.
I think nobody's able to be you, Steve.
It's true.
I think that too.
You're oddly individual.
I'm oddly enough to be odd.
Very odd.
Alright, moving on. Z! The Beginning of Everything. This is an Amazon series that gets a second season.
Okay.
We also have The Quad.
Just slap your quad.
Just not my quad.
What's the quad?
I don't
show
know.
about college?
Maybe.
Maybe the quad.
I don't know. It's on BET.
I'm watching the
It could
quad
be anything.
today.
It could literally be anything. It's called The Quad.
The quad. It could be four.
It's called The Quad. It's on BET. Could literally be anything.
Yeah, it could just be four people
Yeah.
hanging out.
Yeah.
The quad.
The Quad.
In the quad.
Yeah.
At their college.
Called Quad.
I'm sorry, that's what that show should be about. If that's not what that show is, that's what this show should be about. It's four college kids who meet in the quad every day, so it's dual meaning. The quad, because there's four of them, and the quad, because that's where they meet every day. It's perfect.
Are they all
It's
squares?
like the bar at Cheers.
Are they all squares?
That's even better. They're squares. They don't fit in. Like a square peg. Wait, no, square pegs is already a show.
A square. Like a square hole in a round peg.
Yes. No. Square peg in a round hole.
However you get it in.
That's the point. This hurts. Move
on. Alright, moving on.
It's pain.
Moving on. We also, speaking of BET, we also have The Breaks and
Them's the breaks.
Hit the Floor.
That's the break.
As it let the
That's
body.
the breaks.
Yes. Each of them will get an additional season and be moving to BET from VH1.
Got it.
We also have Sweet/Vicious.
Sweet.
Vicious.
Vicious.
What does mine say?
Sweet.
Sweet.
I know you're trying to do the dude wears
Canceled!
the carpet. Okay. It's been canceled.
Yeah, it's been canceled for one
Slash
season.
Vicious.
MTV.
Okay.
Now we have my show, Freakish.
Accurate.
Gets the second season on Hulu.
Okay.
We also have Hap and Leonard. Gets a 6-episode third season on Sundance.
All
We
right.
also have You,
Me?
the Jury.
Oh. Yes, that thing, which is like the live jury
That's
thing
weird.
on Fox. Yeah, what's up with that?
That's scary.
Canceled after 2 episodes.
Yeah, it was! Could have seen that coming. It's such a dumb idea.
Good.
Also, we have Pitch.
Yeah.
Canceled after one season. The
softball drama.
It's baseball.
Baseball drama, sorry.
Yes, the should have been a movie, not a TV show.
Yeah.
Yep, one season. And now for our deaths, we have Colonel Bruce Hampton, age 70, musician of Colonel Bruce Hampton.
Okay.
He actually died on stage
Ugh.
during the final moments of a benefit concert honoring his 70th birthday at the Fox Theater in Atlanta.
That's rough.
Yeah. So he literally collapsed on stage.
That's sad.
We also have Michael Mantu.
Go for it.
Mantooth.
Okay.
Michael Mantenuto,
Okay.
age 35, star of Disney's Miracle.
Yes.
So the hockey movie.
The movie Miracle.
Yes.
Yes.
As Jack O'Callahan, a.k.a. the guy who made the winning shot against the Soviets.
In this fictional version of the Miracle on Ice.
No, the actual.
Oh, the
version.
actual one. Wait,
Well, yes, in this movie version.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes.
Yes. The
Oh dear,
fictional-
this is really hard to
What?
follow.
Why is
All right.
That's okay.
Video games. We're moving on. Video games.
That's good.
No. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Video games.
Yeah, those are two deaths. Moving on to video games. And, oh no! Reoccurring.
Sony.
Sony, what are you doing
Oh,
here?
wait, yeah. What's up with that? What's their news?
So Sony has put out some numbers for the PlayStation 4 as they try and, shut their stuff and boast.
Yeah. Because obviously Nintendo's making such a freaking big deal about the Switch.
Yep.
They have to stay out there and be like, hey, wait, we're still number one, guys. Don't
You have
forget
to
about
come out and
us.
say, hey, the Switch may have sold X amount,
Yeah.
but we still sold more.
It's like, don't show us that Mario Kart numbers. Here, we got some numbers for you.
Yeah. So their number, Sony is saying that they have now shipped 60 million PS4s.
6-0 or 16?
6-0.
Okay.
16.
Big difference.
I think it's 16 its first day.
Yeah, probably. Yes.
Uh,
60 million PS4s is a lot of PS4s.
Yes, data reveals that Sony has shipped 20 million units during the 2016 fiscal year, with 2.9 of those coming in the final quarter, and a record 9.7 during the third quarter, which is a record for Sony consoles sold in any quarter.
Nice. People like that thing.
Still, this thing has not catch the PS4 yet.
You mean
The
the
PS3.
PS2?
PS3.
Oh, okay.
PS4 still at 100 million units, way out there.
Yeah.
PS3 is at 80 million units.
But the PS3 had twice the lifetime of what the PS4 is at right now.
PS3 had a 7-year lifespan.
Yeah.
The PS4 is just now entering its 5th year.
Yeah.
So it's got still its 5th year,
It's gonna do
its
it.
6th year, and its 7th year.
It's gonna do it.
So it's got 3 more years to hit.
And as hot as it is right now, the PS3, if you recall, sold really slowly until they about a couple years in when they released the Slim model.
Right.
That's when it started to pick up.
And
So-
now they've released the Pro model.
So with PS4 consistently selling this high, it's gonna have no problem passing PS4.
Yes. Now, do you see a PS5 in the near future?
So it depends. I think this is the popular rumor going on right
Yes.
now. that
This is
Sony
why I
going
started
to
the news. This is why I'm just bringing
reveal
this
some
up
sort
as
of
a-
hardware
Yes.
sometime this year, and I don't think it's what we think it is.
No.
And the reason is because the
Scorpio.
Scorpio hasn't dropped yet.
Right.
It will 100% rely on two things about the Scorpio. One, what the Scorpio actually is and how much it costs. Well, I
And
guess it's three things then. And two,
the guts.
whether it matters.
Right.
Because that thing's not out. What if that thing totally bombs? What if Microsoft prices it out of competition and only the most avid of avid dedicated Xbox players buy it, and then it only sells like 10 million?
You mean
No
like,
one's gonna
you
care.
mean like when the PS3 first came out?
Yeah.
And they completely overpriced
Exactly.
it?
And
And they came out saying, well, no one's supposed to buy this model. This is just for if you want it right now.
So yeah, if we do see a massive failure for the Scorpio, then Sony has no reason at all to introduce a new PlayStation anytime soon because they have the Pro to relax on. If it is a new SKU of the PS4, it'll probably be another version of the Pro.
Or will it be a Slim?
Slightly changed in some way. There's already a PS4 Slim. It launched alongside the same day as the Pro.
Right.
Or like a week before or something. So I don't think it'll be another Slim PS4. I think if they do anything, it'll be like a slightly redid second model, like maybe a 2 terabyte Pro.
Ooh, yeah.
Because Scorpio I think is going to launch with 2, so it would make sense to match.
Right.
For the holidays. Or it might be something completely off base. Like maybe Sony is developing some sort of cool tablet thing. Because remember, the Vita is all but dead at this point. And the Switch is making tablets hot in the gaming space again. Maybe it's some sort of replacement to the Vita that's more like a tablet. They could totally do that. Have it stream PS4 games just like the Vita did. Have the
So are we assuming that
roleplay stuff and
PSVR is dead?
I mean, it's doing better than I think they anticipated it was. I read something that implied that they were happy with its performance so far. So it found I don't think they expected it to go beyond the niche that it found.
Right.
I think that was the kind of the weird. Everybody just assumed that Sony was bankrolling this thing, like they were relying on it to be the next big PlayStation product. I don't think that was the case. No. I think they knew that it was going to be a boutique product. That's why they only made so many of them, and that's why they're not pushing it through marketing, is because they know that it's probably a smaller audience than
right. So we didn't really see a big push for it during E3.
I think this E3, you'll probably see a very brief part of their press conference talking about a few games, but probably nothing beyond that. I think VR is not dead; it's just not their focus.
I think for Sony, you're going to hear a lot of sequels of PS4 games that you loved.
But they also have to do original stuff. I think they're dying for it. I think we'll see DLC. I mean, this is a little early for E3 predictions. Probably at the end of this month is when we should do that. But I think, DLC for Horizon will be at that show. Some sort of, I would bet, more footage of Last of Us 2 will be at that thing. They have to do something original, though, because they can't hang their hat on existing IP.
Sure they can.
Well, they shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
But yeah, we'll talk more about E3 stuff as the rumor will start.
You'll see God of War stuff,
Because video game news is probably going to slow down for the rest of May.
Yep.
Hyping up.
I mean, hell, I was struggling to find news here, but okay. So let's talk about Nintendo's console.
The Switch.
The what?
The Switch.
Oh no! I'm talking about the new console.
Oh right, I forgot they did this.
I'm glad you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, it makes no sense.
Because they really, really want you to believe that the 3DS library is still around, and they're still going to make games for it. There's a new 2DS.
Yes, the new 2DS XL.
Yes.
So unlike the
proper 2DS,
this one, the 2DS.
Yeah, the 2DS.
Yes.
I just like saying 2DS.
Well, because the
2DS.
Yeah, but the DS was 2D. No, this is the 2DS.
The 2DS is the non-3D version of the 3DS.
Right. So
in a big chunk, weird parallelogram, like a
brick
trapezoid.
Yes,
it's a trapezoid.
So unlike the 2DS, this one can actually fold.
Yes, this one will be a clamshell.
Yes, it is clamshell. But unlike the new 3DS, this one cannot do 3D.
No 3D.
We'll have a clamshell design. It actually ditches the back camera because, hey, no need for 3D pictures.
Yep.
And will come with a $150 price tag.
Which I think is a little high.
What do you want to put that, $99?
Yeah. I think should be $100.
Yeah.
The original 2DS when it launched was, I think, around that.
Right. Or you can spend another $150 to get yourself a Switch.
Yeah, that's kind of the other thing about this. This will be alongside the two major new 3DS releases that they announced already, which we actually didn't cover on our podcast because we have a bad habit of skipping over Nintendo Directs.
Yeah.
A new Pikmin game called Hey Pikmin. I'm not kidding. That's the name of that game.
Yep.
Hey Pikmin, and some of the things.
The Rabbids one.
Oh right, yeah, Mario
Rabbids
Mario
RPG.
and the Rabbids. So a Ubi and Nintendo collab. with
Yeah,
the Rabbids.
that's an RPG. Or something.
Sure, something. I don't know. But yeah, so there's stuff coming out on that thing. But really, I think this is their last. This will be the last 3DS model. I'm going to put that out here right now.
That's
There
what we
will
said
not
about the
be
last one.
Another 3DS or 2DS. This is it.
That's what we said about the last one. But hey,
It's done. It's done.
All right.
Switch is the future.
Well,
Are we going to talk about the Switch?
what, you want to talk about the Switch? We can talk about the Switch.
Brief stuff is that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it was released, and apparently it is
It probably fixes a couple stuff.
not only the fastest selling game outside of Zelda, of course, on the Switch already, it is also the fastest selling Mario Kart game in the history of the series.
Well, hell, we're also
Already.
going to play on there.
And there's a great piece on over at Vice's Waypoint that Patrick Klepek did, basically saying, talking about how these numbers are because nobody are basically proof that nobody bought a Wii U.
Yeah.
It's like this is their, even though this is a remake, essentially a remaster of Mario Kart 8, people are buying it because they didn't play Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
Because nobody had a Wii U.
Right. Apparently, what I saw was that through the month of March, the Nintendo Switch has sold 13 million units.
Yeah.
Which is equal to the entire life of the Wii U.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Things
Nintendo,
doing all right.
You're kind of fucked up on the Wii U.
So their E3 is going to be really important.
But
because they have
welcome
to
back
do
to the game.
They have to do so many announcements because who knows beyond this year what's coming after that.
Hey, Nintendo, welcome back to the game.
Mario's at the end of the year. Splatoon's out next month.
Skyrim Switch come out eventually.
Some point, yeah, but who really cares about that anymore?
People who like Skyrim.
The freaking, well, I'm just saying, like, how badly sometimes the remastered edition runs on our PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how Skyrim will run on a Switch.
Okay.
Just putting that out there.
Alright.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Ew.
Yeah.
Alright, you can put that out there.
Especially, like, on, like, a to-go, in, like, a to-go way. Like, if you're playing that on the bus, like, ugh. How choppy that frame rate would be.
I'll chop your dragon up.
You do that.
Alright, so let's move on.
Anything else for video game?
One last thing for video games. We have a new game to talk about.
Okay.
This thing rocked the internet. Or actually rocked my world.
It rocked your world.
Yep. Darksiders 3. The game everyone
Yeah!
thought was dead.
Yes!
And everyone thought was gone. Apparently found a home somewhere.
Well, so
it's a complex story though.
Once upon a time.
Yes.
So THQ Nordic was the original developer of that series.
But then THQ went under.
THQ, the publisher, went under. But Nordic Games still existed.
Yes.
What they've started doing, however, is using the THQ name in their name. So they still refer to themselves as THQ Nordic.
Right.
So it's getting to the point where people are just calling it THQ again when THQ isn't a company.
Right. But didn't they get bought up by Ubisoft?
They got bought. And then they are now making this game again.
Yes.
So it's the people, a lot of the people who made the original first two Darksiders are
Right.
making this.
So the way I read it was that the guy who made Darksiders was at THQ.
Yeah.
When THQ went under, he left and started working at Ubisoft. Ubisoft bought THQ Nordic and put him back in charge of it.
Yeah.
So, in a weird roundabout way, the guys who made the original Darksiders are back making Darksiders 3.
I mean, cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for another Darksiders.
So the game was actually first put out as a rumor by Amazon as a listing, and then IGN quickly put up their video saying, "Oh, we messed up on the exclusive."
Yep.
But anyways, you'll play as the female Fury and take on the 7 deadly sins and their mystical creature servants.
Which sounds so awesome.
Yep. This will be an open-ended living freeform game world ranging from the heights of heavens to the depths of hell, dilapidated by war and decay and overrun by nature.
Okay.
So it's going to be post-apocalyptic.
So obvious joke alert. If the first Darksiders was Zelda, then is the third Darksiders Zelda Breath of the Wild?
I think it's more Wind Waker.
I wish. That would be great. Anyways. So yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to play another Darksiders games. The first two are real fun.
I haven't played Darksiders.
You should get the remastered. They have the remastered collection, which is 1 and 2 for PS4.
Okay.
You should pick that up if you feel like buying a game anytime soon.
Oh no! Next time we're buying is
After
Edith
you
Finch.
finally buy that.
Yes. So yeah, I haven't been home at all this past week.
Yeah.
I think maybe since the last time we podcasted,
Yeah.
I've been home a total of maybe 10 hours, and it's all been
Something like
sleeping.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll get back to playing stuff. I played something though.
What'd you play?
I played the first hour of the game Prey.
Oh yeah.
So right now available on Xbox and PS4 is a free demo
You told me the 1 hour.
Prey,
Right?
the Bethesda remake. Not remake, relaunch of the Prey franchise. Not to be confused with Prey by Starbreeze Studios for the 360 and PS3. This is a different game.
Okay.
It is also named Prey. But yes, so the first hour of the game is up for free as a demo. I played it. It's very Bioshock.
Say, how much of it is like Alien though?
A very tiny bit.
Okay.
So essentially, the studio here is Arcane, who made the Dishonored games.
Right.
So there's a little of similarities in like character design and controls, but it is a shooter. It's whereas Dishonored is a stealth game. Mm-hmm. This is more of a shooter. But it's very Bioshock to the thing where the first thing it does is turn your belief of the world you're in on its ear, like within the first 10 minutes. Immediately showing the facade in a kind of a Portal 1 kind of manner. You'll see what I mean when you play it. And then the second thing it does is give you a literal wrench to do melee combat. So it's very Bioshock in a couple of ways. There is some unique stuff. There's a gun that shoots goo that you can use as platforms, which is kind of cool. There's a lot of reading material on books and stuff around the house, and there's like interactive monitors that you can mess with to see read people's emails and stuff. It's a pretty cool thing that they're doing with that thing. I'm not 100% sure I want to play an entire game's worth of that, because by the end of the hour I kind of was disliking the combat. It felt a little weird to me, but I think a lot of people will be way into what this game is. I think you're going to get a kick out of it, specifically. Alright, so that's what I played, but we're going to play Edith Finch once you pick that up.
Yeah, I want to play it tonight, but it'd probably be too late. I want to play it tomorrow, but I'm going to be watching Guardians of the Galaxy.
I guess we'll stream it on Friday.
I guess we'll stream it Friday, yeah. So look for it to stream it Friday then.
Yeah, keep an eye on our YouTube channel, and we'll be streaming some Edith Finch.
I don't think I have anything
this
open
weekend.
on Friday. The doctor has class, I think, this weekend.
Well, sometime soon. We'll tell you.
Sometime soon we'll go. But we're actually going to hop on over to our last segment, the Billboard.
The Bills?
The Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Billsbury.
Music. Yes. Billboard. Guess what?
Nothing changed.
Well, actually, forget everything that happened last week, because your number one song in the nation right now is no longer Kendrick Lamar. In fact, Kendrick Lamar has been moved down to number 3.
Okay.
Your number 1 is actually something that had already been on the top 5 for a few months, that is finally in its number 1 spot. That's What I Like by Bruno Mars.
That's what I like.
Is now your number 1
That's
song in
what
the
I
country.
like.
And also the number 1 song in 2002.
Champagne on ice.
God, I hate that song. Number 2,
We were
Shape
singing
of
that
Me
at
by Ed
Stagecoach.
Sheeran. Number 3 is Humble by Kendrick Lamar.
So humble.
Debuting at number 4. Can you pronounce this? Because I don't want to botch it.
Despacito. Despacito.
By Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee. Featuring Justin Bieber.
Oh, that's why.
And your number 5, rounding out the top 5 songs, is Mask Off by Future. Moving on to the Billboard 200, which is your albums list this week. Your number 1 album is still Damn by Kendrick Lamar. So he was not dethroned on the album chart. So Damn, another solid week for Kendrick. Number 2, moving up actually, number 2, More Life by Drake. Maybe
Damn it, Drake.
After,
get out of here.
After people on Spotify are done listening to Kendrick, they're like, oh yeah, that Drake album's on here. Then number 3, Divide by Ed Sheeran. Number 4, debuting at number 4 this week, 8 by Incubus.
Hey!
New Incubus record charted. And number 5, 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars.
There's Moana.
Our weekly Moana check.
Yes.
Number 7, right underneath Memories Do Not Open by the Chainsmokers.
Okay.
That is your
Yes, our weekly Moana check, because that thing's still in the top 10. It's awesome.
That's your Billboard for the week.
Yep.
What do we got? New releases.
New releases.
I got one that's probably not on your list, but I'll wait until
Probably. We have At the Drive-In with Inter Ali Ah. It's literally broken up that way. I'm not like making fun of that. That's literally what it is. We also have a new album by Blondie.
Okay.
Called Pollinator.
Sure.
We have The Black Lips with Satan's Graffiti.
Okay.
Or God's Art.
That sounds like a Black Lips album name. Okay.
We have Brother Ali with All the Beauty in This Whole World.
Wow. In one album? Jeez.
In one album. I know.
That's pretty impressive.
I'm surprised he was able to do it in one album.
I know.
We also have Chris Stapleton for our coolest listening.
The man.
Yep. But both the coolest are actually listening to us right now.
The biggest male name in country.
Yep. Chris Stapleton with From a Room, Volume 1.
Okay.
We also have Bonnie Prince Billy with Best Troubadour, which is actually a Merle Haggard tribute album.
Right.
We also have Flowbots with No Enemies.
Is that what happened to the Flowbots?
They're still making music somehow.
Somehow? They still ride their bike with no handlebars?
No handlebars.
No handlebars.
They still ride their bike with no handlebars.
No handlebars.
No handlebars. We also
Alright.
We also have Forest Swords with Compassion.
Okay.
Full of Hell. Trumpeting Ecstasy.
Okay.
Logic with their album Everybody. Everybody. Kasabian for Crying Out Loud.
For crying out loud.
Juana Molina with Halo.
Okay.
Mac DeMarco with This Old Dog.
I have a weird anecdote about Mac DeMarco. I once dated a girl who told me that she would, and I quote, stick her tongue between the gap in Mac DeMarco's teeth. Unquote.
That,
Moving on.
I want to take a guess at who this is, but I don't want to.
You don't want to. She really liked Mac DeMarco.
Okay. We also have Night Jewel with Real High.
Okay.
Perfume Genius.
All right.
With No Shape.
That new Perfume Genius. I actually know who this is. I know you're laughing at the name.
I'm laughing at the name.
That's a great name.
It's a great name.
Perfume Genius.
We have Pond with The Weather.
You know, the weather.
Yeah. And The Afghan Wigs in Spades.
Okay. All right.
Did I name your album?
On Friday, the new Kaitana album is out.
Okay, so I didn't.
Which I've been looking forward to since 2013, so I'm jazzed.
He's literally jazzed.
I'm literally jazzed.
Literally jazzed.
Augusta from Kaitana still owes me a t-shirt.
Still?
Yeah.
Alright.
She said when new merch came in.
Alright.
It's been like 2-3 years.
They never got new merch.
Well, they know they did. Hey, I'm just glad that my $20 that didn't go to a t-shirt went probably to tour expenses. Yeah. So that's why I told them.
You fed them lunch.
Because originally Augusta emailed me and was like, oh, do you want your money back or do you want to just wait? We can let you know when new merch comes in. I was like, no, I'd rather you guys use this because I know that's what this stuff goes to.
Right.
And so you can keep it, is essentially what I told her.
So you.
So I still have an archive.
Did you verbally say you can keep it?
No.
You typed it.
No.
Oh.
I said that I will. I said thank you for the offer. I think I'll just wait for new merch to come in.
All right. So speaking of new merch, Radiohead, right there.
Okay.
It's their 20th anniversary of OK Computer.
It is.
And they will they will actually do a special 20th anniversary.
Controversial opinion alert. Still their best album. Controversial opinion over.
I'm not going to argue. This will feature newly remastered and unreleased tracks. It will be available June 23rd.
In fact, it's the only Radiohead album I like. No, that doesn't help me.
Alright, so let's get to the big news of the day then. The big headliner of the week. The one that was all over... Wait, why are you in here?
Did you skip something?
No, maybe.
Maybe. No, maybe.
Well, I know it's not that, but it is this. We're going to talk about the Fire Festival.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, because
Also,
music news.
Did Kristen get my joke, by the way?
I don't think so, because we didn't know about it.
Oh, right.
We were at Seacrest the whole time. None of us use social media. We didn't know what was going on.
I made a joke that I thought was very clever, but then I immediately realized she probably has no idea what that means.
Well, here's the funny part is that... Okay, so I'll tell you why she probably didn't get it. Probably thought it was something else.
Yeah.
So we're sitting around on Saturday. I think it's Saturday, watching the game, watching the Clipper game.
Yeah.
And Sunday afternoon, watching the Clipper game, and so we're making lasagna for lunch. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the smoke alarm goes off.
Right.
We don't know why. We don't see any smoke. We don't smell any smoke. There is no fire. But for some reason, the smoke alarm goes off. We were able to finally figure out how to turn off the damn smoke alarm.
Yeah.
About 20 minutes later, we hear a knock at the door.
Right.
It's the fire department.
They came.
Yeah. Because, hey, the alarm went off, so
Yeah.
they came. So we started calling it the Great Fire of Coachella.
So yeah, I replied to her tweet
Yes.
about that. Just said Fire Fest, but fire spelled normal.
Yes.
See if she got. Then I immediately realized she's probably not gonna get this.
No, we didn't get it. I didn't get it until I came home Monday and saw,
Okay.
what is this?
So let's talk about Ja Rule.
Yes. Let's talk about Fire Fest.
Yes. FYRE.
Yes, Fire Festival. As if you've been following social media, there's already a class action lawsuit
Oh yeah.
has been filed against Ja Rule,
Ja Rule.
Billy McFarland, and their company, Fire Media Inc., attesting that the festival's, quote, lack of adequate food, water, shelter, and medical care created a dangerous and panicked situation that is closer to the Hunger Games or Lord of the Flies than Coachella. They are claiming that the, quote, defendants, that the defendants had been aware for months that their festival was dangerously under-equipped, and the few contractors who had been retained by the defendants were refusing to work because they had not been paid.
Yeah.
As well as the island wasn't private, as it claimed to be, as there was a sandals resort just down the road, and, as their website claimed, Pablo Escobar actually never owned that island. It gets worse. As Mr. McFarland...
Okay, you're buying this stuff, and they're selling it. Like, obviously, they gotta list out the name of the island. You're gonna get tickets to the name. Why would you not check into this shit?
This
before
costs
you
anywhere
buy?
between $1,200 and $100,000.
Once
Also,
again,
I think we should talk
why
about, yes,
would
the
you
clientele of this thing.
Yes.
Like,
Who was invited and why?
buy.
Oh, you can get to that.
It's so.
Go ahead and get to that.
So there was a high amount of Instagram models who were basically paid to sponsor this thing, and some to go to this thing.
Yes.
Because they knew that the clientele, because of the high price tag, was going to be basically bored rich people. And so there was quickly a lot of people who basically came out and said, hey, I was offered money to advertise this thing. I turned them down, and boy, I'm glad I did. I saw a lot of that on Twitter.
All right. So Mr. McFarland and Mr. Atkins, a.k.a. Ja Rule, began personally reaching out to performers and celebrities in advance of the festival
Yeah.
and warned them not to attend, acknowledging the fact that the festival was outrageously under-equipped and potentially dangerous for anyone in attendance.
The running theory is that this is why Kendall Jenner did not go.
Yes.
Because she apparently fronted $350,000 for this thing.
Whew.
Yeah, that's the number I read, which is
Wait,
ridiculous.
she paid
Yes.
$350,000 to go, but then someone told her, "Hey, you probably shouldn't go."
Or I think they paid her.
They paid her.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, they paid her $350,000 to promote it.
Yes, that makes more sense.
So, and I think she actually did,
Yeah.
but she didn't go.
Which is funny because shortly thereafter, the actual ad went up on YouTube showcasing it, and then just completely negative reviews in the comment section, just downvoted to hell.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I mean, it looks like it's supposed to be this extravagant getaway Coachella fest on a private island.
With Ja Rule.
With Ja Rule and other performers. Which is funny, because they didn't say the performers. They didn't say who was going to be there. They just So they just had
That wasn't the point.
beach. They had a beach with hot models.
Yeah.
And basically said, come spend your time here.
Yeah.
It was that, like, that's not any information whatsoever.
No, but people paid for it.
I
think
don't
that's
understand.
the best part of this, is that people paid for something not knowing what they were getting.
Yeah, this is one of the best internet examples about how the internet can amplify Schadenfreude.
Yep.
Because that's what everybody is everybody is so gleeful in the pain of these rich people, and it's hilarious. Everybody is so having such a field day with this. Also,
I feel worse about it if it wasn't so stupid.
Right, exactly. That's the whole thing, is that because of who it happened to, nobody cares. Nope. Everybody thinks it's hilarious. Also, I'm sure Ja Rule will be happy that this is probably the most anybody said the name Ja Rule in a very long time.
Well, it's probably the most Ja Rule has been said since Parks and Rec.
Yeah. It's being mentioned several times by Aziz Ansari's
character.
Next to Genuine.
Yes. The most Ja Rule promotion he's had in a while.
Yes.
Alright, let's see if so let's move on. See if I put this actual thing on here. Nope, I did not. I'm actually missing one.
Okay.
Alright, so let's go here then. Talk about Sony.
What about Sony?
Our running joke here.
Did we find Sony?
Huh?
Did we find more Sony?
Alright, yeah. So, well, actually, it's not Sony itself, but rather one of their bands.
Okay.
I believe it's one of their bands, called Palette Swap Ninja.
That's a great name.
It is a great name. So, this year, 2017, is not only the 40th anniversary of Star Wars. Tomorrow is, of course, May the 4th.
Oh, God, that's right.
Be with you.
And also with you. But this year is also the 50th anniversary of the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Okay.
Nice.
Guess what they did? Now that I've mentioned both of those, guess what they did?
I feel like I don't want to know.
You don't want to know. But I'm going to tell you.
You're going to
What
tell
did
me
they
anyways.
do?
So, they created a new so Palette Swap Ninja created a new album that merged both Star Wars and Sgt. Pepper's into one full-length concept album titled Princess Leia's Stolen Death Star Plans.
Oh, wow. All right.
It's the entire Beatles album, as accurate as it can be,
Okay.
down to the reverse saxophone, the reverse cassettes.
All right.
Only, now it tells the story of Star Wars in order.
Okay. Sure.
They have put this on YouTube, and it is amazing.
That's
I
Okay.
want to show you this, because it is freaking fantastic.
Sure. Okay.
Clearly our Phoenix Round loves this.
All right. I mean, solid. I mean, that's a solid gag. I mean, it sounds like that could be funny.
If you're going to watch this, you're going to, I don't know if you're going to laugh,
I'll give it a
cry,
try.
or be like, what the hell?
Yeah. 'cause
So like a
that's-
little bit of all three. When I saw this, I was like, What? Oh, that strangely works. Oh, hey, I know what song they're using here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's kind of one of the most iconic albums of all time. So yeah, I would hope that you recognize the songs.
I like how put off you are, Matt, by this whole. You're like,
I'm not as put off about this thing more. I'm still put off by the fact that May the 4th is a thing.
Hey.
Why?
Branded holidays are dumb.
Christmas says hello. And what else says hello?
Hey, Pie Day.
Coachella.
Pie Day.
Christmas isn't owned by Disney, and neither is the number pi.
Day.
India. Okay, now let's talk about India Stagecoach.
Okay, regale us with stories of the desert and country music.
I shall try and regale you as much as I can before my computer runs out of battery.
Okay, tell us briefly what are the best, who are the best, who are the worst?
One of the best was Willie Nelson, as I saw him on his 89th birthday.
He has a new album.
Yes, 87th birthday, my bad.
Yep.
And actually, right before Willie Nelson came on, they actually did part of a movie shoot with Bradley Cooper.
Nice.
Because they're remaking A Star is Born.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah, so Bradley Cooper came out and they did some filming for it.
Cool.
Just like they did filming with Lady Gaga the previous weekend before Coachella. Yeah, so it was good seeing Willie Nelson. Los Lobos and 38 Special rocked the house.
Okay.
Only knowing like maybe 2 of their songs each.
Right.
I was just yelling play the hits the whole time. I was that guy.
You're that guy.
Yes, and then I got to Kenny Chesney and I was also saying play the hits after every song.
God damn it. You're the worst. Remind me never to go to a concert with you.
Which is funny because, all his songs were hits. He only had an hour and a half set list.
I'm glad you didn't do that at All Dogs.
Play the hits.
And they would just be like, what?
Shania was also there.
Did she
really
play the
good.
hits?
Yes, actually.
So, okay, did she play Up?
I think so.
Did she play Man, I Feel Like a Woman?
Yes, I know she played that one.
Then she played the hits.
Then she played the hits.
Yeah.
Oh, she also played the other one.
Whose bed have your boots been under? That's her.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh
She
my
also played
gosh,
the other one.
I didn't realize she did
But
that.
she also played the other one.
I don't remember what the other one is.
The song that doesn't impress anyone.
Oh, yes. That don't impress me much.
Yes.
Yes.
Other acts include Dirks and his Bentley.
Okay.
Yes, I know it's at 11%.
Oh, we gotta zip it. I didn't realize it goes by that fast.
I think I can reach. No, I gotta. I'll just do this closer.
Squatch.
There. Okay.
Hey. Okay.
Hey, it's reaching, but it's also in a straight line.
Back in business. All right. What else do we
So
have?
Dirks and his Bentley. He was really good. Yeah, I liked a lot of his
How's his
songs.
Bentley?
Huh?
Is his Bentley shiny?
No, but he was definitely drunk on a plane.
Ugh. That's right. Okay. What was the percentage of his songs that he did that were about alcohol? Was it over 50?
I think it was about 80 proof.
That was pretty good. This is pretty good. What about Kenny Chesney? What was his balance of party/beach songs and dramatic songs?
Actually, a really fair balance, actually.
Okay.
The one song he didn't play that I was hoping he would play was We Went Out Last Night.
Because, my dad's joke always,
But
10 years ago, about Kenny Chesney was, because he used to watch the country music video countdown.
Right.
And his joke was always like, every other Kenny Chesney video, it goes from him sitting on a chair on the beach, immediately to escaping from an exploding building. And back and forth like that forever. That was my dad's interpretation of Kenny Chesney.
Well, I saw
He's
Kenny
two
Chesney,
modes.
I think last year, 2 years ago, at the Rose Bowl with Jason Aldean.
Okay.
And he played for like 2.5 hours there.
Jesus.
So I got like the full blasted Kenny already. So sitting him in a
Full blast of Kenny.
Yeah, so sitting him in like a more condensed version.
So are you saying Kenny's blasted you before?
Yeah, but this time I actually don't know it's coming.
Last time you weren't ready.
No, that's what I was
You were ready
prepared.
for
I was
Kenny
just
to
there for
blast you.
Jason Aldean last
This
time.
time you were 100%
This time I was,
ready
yes, I was
and
ready.
willing for Kenny to blast you.
Yes, Kristen prepared me well for Kenny's blasting.
Kristen did prepare you.
Yes.
Kristen got blasted too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and her brother. We all got blasted.
You all got blasted by Kenny.
Yes. And probably,
Why?
Woo! Episode 70, guys. Episode 70.
okay, so, but probably, the person I was most surprised to see
Okay.
there was Jared Goff.
Yeah. The offense.
Yes, the offense.
Why was he there? I
don't know, but he was in front of us.
Oh, really? The
yes, doctor noticed him.
Nice.
Grabbed him and said, "Are you Jared Goff?"
She totally would.
And he's like, "Yes."
Yeah.
So we have a picture
of you guys and Jared Goff.
Yes, of the Coolest and the Golf.
That's great. That's great.
Yes.
Wow. The people who you'll find at a country music festival.
Yep.
Is apparently a football player.
Yep.
That actually checks out.
Yeah.
Also, he dances. He dances like a white boy.
Who would have thought?
He has no rhythm at all.
That's fair.
For being a quarterback, he has
keep
no
in mind,
rhythm.
he is at a country music festival. I want to reiterate that.
You must keep in mind.
Of course, he dances like a white person.
Yeah, but also keep in mind that he's a quarterback, so he's supposed to be nimble on his feet.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with keeping rhythm?
Because when you drop back.
Fair.
You have rhythm when you drop back.
I guess there's a little rhythm to it.
Are you supposed to move your hips?
Are you telling me that you would have rather that he did his quarterback
shuffle?
Moving? Yes, he did the Super Bowl shuffle.
Yes.
For every.
I wish he would do the Super Bowl shuffle. Okay.
That'd be great.
Bring one back to LA.
Wrong team though. Yeah.
I know.
Anyway.
I know that.
I know you know that.
Okay.
We need to wrap
He's
this up. Anything else you want to tell us about?
He's no greatest show on turf either.
No. Anything else you want to tell us about Stagecoach?
Yes. The other acts: Cole Swindell, great. Thomas Rhett, great. Maddie and Teddy, great. Also Dan and Shay.
I have no idea what any of these people are, but keep going. This is not for me.
Kiefer Sutherland was there.
I know that name.
Yes, but you don't know his music.
No.
I didn't see it play either. Don't worry.
Theme to 24?
Yes. Shania brought out someone I didn't expect her to bring out.
Okay.
He was a triple threat, an actor, a singer, and a dancer.
All right.
And when she made this announcement, I was like, oh, I wonder who it could be. Sounds like Justin Timberlake.
It does sound like Justin Timberlake.
It's not Justin Timberlake.
Who was it?
It was the Jonas.
Which one?
The one with bacon.
Nick? Joe.
Did you get my
yeah.
staff? Bring the bacon? Yes.
I was wondering what that meant.
That's what that meant.
Okay.
I think that's Nick Jonas.
Is that Nick Jonas?
Yes, because Joe Jonas is with the
DNC.
The DNC.
Yeah.
Yes,
right.
he is. He's having his cake by the ocean.
And Nick Jonas has his
bacon in a diner.
Yes.
And then Bro Jonas is married somewhere.
Bro Jonas. What about the bonus Jonas? What happened to him?
Bonus Jonas, he's still beating that drum.
Do you remember? You remember that? It was
yes.
like the Jonas Brothers, and then they had a little brother, so everybody called him the bonus Jonas.
Yeah, he was the drummer.
I just love that joke.
Yeah.
The bonus Jonas.
That poor kid.
Yeah. All of them are poor kids.
Yeah. Kevin Jonas is the oldest.
Yes.
He got married.
He's the one that got married immediately.
Moved to Utah or something. I don't remember.
Sounds right.
That sounds right.
All right.
We need to talk. Okay.
And anyways,
move on.
That will end.
That's it for Stagecoach.
Yeah.
Get fun. Get burnt.
A lot of drinking. Actually, yes. A lot of drinking. A lot of tanning.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll have more for the after show, but for now, we're gonna wrap up the podcast.
You need proof that he was there. Wristband.
Sorry, doctor, I cut it. Yep.
Did she tell you not to?
I couldn't get up nervous either way.
Fair.
All right, so let's wrap this up for the podcast. Plug us, Matt.
All right, so thank you. That was this week's edition of the Media Vote podcast. We're back on Wednesday of next week for another show. You can watch us live right here on our YouTube video. YouTube channel, I mean. You can watch our videos and us live streaming at 8 o'clock, give or take, on Wednesday night. You can also catch our audio versions on iTunes, Media Vote Podcast, or on Podbean, who host us so graciously. You can also help us out by donating to our Patreon, www.patreon.com/mediaboat. You will find our Patreon where you can help donate as little as $1 a month to help us make even better content for you. You can also find us on Facebook, Media Boat Podcast. You can find us on Twitter @Media Boat, and all our news and breaking streaming will be announced on those formats. So, in the meantime, join us next week.
I'm gonna try to get back into doing my daily Facebook posts.
Yeah, more Facebook posts.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get back into it.
We're probably another month out from the debut of MediaBoatPodcast.com. So look forward to that as well. We'll have more news when that hits. In the meantime, see you guys next Wednesday.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, now that the podcast is done, YouTube After
We
Show!
need a theme song for the YouTube After Show.
Yeah. YouTube After Show. All right, so this is where I read all your comments for those of
There's
you.
a lot, apparently.
Yes, apparently, both the coolest, both Doctor and Tyler.
We had an audience.
Yes.
All right.
So, Tyler says, "Fuck the box office. Summer is here." Have you guys seen that clip of Anderson Cooper losing his shit over Dingus Day?
What?
Apparently, there's a clip of that.
Dingus Day?
Yeah. Also, what hotel in Vegas should I stay at? Hoping for mid-strip. Well, I don't want to see you mid-strip, Ty.
Haha. Do you have Vegas advice for the man? You've been to Vegas more than I have.
Actually, I'm going in end of October.
Okay.
Partly for my birthday, partly for my job.
So
mostly for my job.
Mid-strip, where do you stay?
Oh, Flamingo.
Flamingo?
Yeah, it's cheap and it's right in the middle. It's cheap, it's right in the middle.
Fair.
Flamingo.
Alright.
Plus, Flamingo's owned by Caesars, so you can walk across to Caesars and use your
Right, it's one of those.
Yep.
Connected.
You guys should honestly promote your podcast. I really only listen since Mike is basically an in-law. It says in-law, but I think it means in-law. But you guys actually do a good show and deserve more than 5 subs.
Why, thank you.
Thank you.
High praise.
High praise from an accountant.
But we'll tell people.
Yes.
That's promotion. We pretty much do the promotion we can. We tell people that we know. We advertise on our Facebook and Twitter feeds.
I literally
our Patreon.
I tell random people at meetups.
What we need is word of mouth. We need people to tell people.
Yep.
Because people who love
share
people
share the video.
are the luckiest people in the world.
Yes. Just say, hey, if you're not doing anything Wednesdays at 8 o'clock, tune into us. I mean, literally, I can't think of a show that's on right now.
Literally tune in. Like grab a dial and turn the dial until you find
turn it to YouTube
and
then turn the other dial
to the right.
back to media.
Yeah, there's to the left. To the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
To the right. To the right.
Okay.
To the front.
What?
To the front.
All right.
To the side.
All right.
To the side. Now dip, baby, dip. Come on,
going
now
on the-
dip.
Keep going on the
Dip.
questions. Keep going on the questions. We're never going to leave.
Oh, Doctor chimes in at 8:22 saying, "Hi, dudes. Canada is currently winning 2-1 because the Ducks suck." And to answer her question, yes, I have class this weekend, which means we will be, in fact, streaming Edith Finch this weekend.
Okay. Cool.
I'm not filming anything this weekend either. I'll be home. We'll be streaming Edith Finch. We'll probably finish it. From what I've read, it is a short story.
Yeah. It's
multiple playthroughs.
It's not long.
Yeah.
It's a sitting.
Right.
From what I understand.
So, yeah, look for us playing Edith Finch. One review I saw was saying that if you're going to play one game, it should be Destiny 2. If you're going to play 2 games, it should be Edith Finch.
Fair. We'll probably end up playing Destiny 2 when that comes out. So
yeah, but
no worries.
But that's not till
We'll get to
September.
it.
That's not till September, okay?
September. It'll be fine, guys.
All right, so that's confirmed that she has class this weekend.
Okay.
Also, Tyler says the Logic album is going to be Fire, Fire, Fire.
Well, I'm glad somebody knows who that is.
Yes.
I don't.
Doctor said, I had no service at Stagecoach. You crazy humans, get over it. You had service, okay? You were face Snapchatting. You're Snapchatting like crazy.
Face chatting.
Face chatting, Snapchatting. Okay, you had service.
You were using face.
I had service. Okay, you had service.
Face off.
Also,
No, face
Tyler
off.
says, "Where is Ja Rule so I can make sense of this?"
Just go to Wikipedia and type in Ja Rule. Trust me on this one.
Doctor says, "Never forget the real winners of the Stagecoach Fire of 2017." Yeah, the Christmas party, the really tall one.
Yeah.
We're wearing the Ram sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've met him. I'm not sure if he realizes I've met him.
I don't think he realizes that's you. Also, Doctor is impressed by Matt's knowledge of Shania Twain songs.
You forget my dad, like I said, had a period of time where we watched country music videos every weekend and listened to nothing but country radio. So I have like a base knowledge of the 2000s, essentially. of country, and then breaks off at like 2009.
All right. Tyler says.
When I moved out of the house.
So Tyler says Dierks Bentley song titles are "Drunk On" / "In a Blank."
Yep. That checks out.
Yep. All the drinking. Doctor says Dierks didn't have his Bentley, but he did have a plane on stage, which is true.
He did have a plane on stage?
Yes.
That's great.
He had a cockpit on stage, and so right at the end, after he did all his songs, it all went dark, and then he changed it to a pilot's uniform.
Oh my god.
And then drunk on a plane, which is hilarious because he's the pilot, and in the song...
This is not the pilot.
Yeah, he says...
He makes it a point every chorus
yes,
to say that he does not recommend that
it's
the
a
pilot
party.
drink.
Yes. Buying drinks for everybody, but the pilot.
And it almost feels like it's just like tacked on in there, as if somebody told him, like, Dierks, you have to say that you're not giving the pilot. You saw Flight. Come on, Dierks, you saw Flight.
Yes, but the pilot, it's a party.
But
got
the
this
pilot.
737 feeling like a G6.
It's so dumb. I'm sorry, guys. My opinion.
Fact. Also, please reference the best part of Dierks Bentley, the golf sighting. He is wearing an open button Bud Light jersey. Hashtag blending in.
Wait, first of all, there's Bud Light jerseys. And
Yes.
second of all, they have buttons.
Also, did you honestly expect Goff to dance like Luke Bryan? I didn't. And then Tyler chimes in. I'm sure Andrew Luck's dopey ass can dance wonderfully. Hashtag bad comparison. Hashtag week 1 beatdown. As the Colts play the Rams week 1 at here.
I want to point out the glee I have in using hashtags in YouTube comments.
Yes.
It makes me happy.
And the doctor finally chimes in with Peyton Manning probably tried to dance at Stagecoach once, but his darn forehead got in the way.
And with that, wonderful
that's
singer. That'll do
and
it for the YouTube live show. So
Yep.
we will be back next week at 8 o'clock for another Media Boat podcast. Stay tuned after the show for another wonderful questions and comments. More questions, please. We love questions.
Yes, keep commenting.
Comments
but
are
keep
great,
questioning.
but questions are the reason why we do this.
Also,
ideally.
to laugh at you guys laughing at us.
And yes, tell your friends, please.
Yes.
Give us an
And
audience.
if you like our show, please
tell two
us.
friends, and they'll tell two friends, and it's a pyramid scheme, really.
I tried telling my
Like
brother.
code knives.
And Doctor says hashtag.
But we need to end this podcast. So bye.
Yes. So bye. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Catch us back next Wednesday.
Or this
8
weekend
o'clock.
if you want to watch us play What Remains of Edith Finch.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. Yes. Stop.
Yes.